Hey everyone, this is Andrew Brown, and we're going to take a look here at IAM Access Analyzer for S3. So the question will be, what can we determine from this service? So I don't think I've ever turned it on, at least in this account. So what I'll do here is go to S3, and somewhere here, yeah, on the left-hand side, we have IAM Access Analyzer for S3. It says the IAM Access Analyzer is not enabled for this region. Here it's specifying CA Central 1, but let's just go take a look and see if there's anything interesting in our buckets that it could actually even tell us. So right now, we do have some accounts. Some are public, some are not. So I guess I'll go ahead and turn it on and see what happens. I have this turned on in my production account. I just do not want to show that here today. Or I mean, maybe I'll have to, because if we don't have data, I'll flip over to it. But here it says, to enable IAM Access Analyzer for this region, visit IAM Access Analyzer. So we'll go over here. And I guess we'll create the analyzer. It says, this analyzer scans for resources within your account. This analyzer scans IAM users and roles within your account. So we have two options here. I'm going to go with external, because that's going to be more useful for S3, because then we're going to know what is going on there. It looks like we can create both analyzers as well. So go ahead and just create that there. And I'm just going to refresh this here. And right away, we're already getting results, so that's kind of interesting. I'm only interested in S3, so I'm going to go back over here and give this a refresh. So maybe when it's turned on, it works for multiple services. And there we go. So we are getting some information. Region has no public buckets, so that's nice to know. Let's go find out and see what happens if we set one here. So we'll go ahead and create a new bucket. Public bucket AB, etc., etc. I'm going to go all the way down here. I'm going to take this off, and I acknowledge this here. We'll go ahead and hit create bucket. The question is, how fast is this analyzer? That's what we don't know here. So we'll go back over to here to S3. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to expand that column. I guess it already expanded for us. And we're going to go into IAM Access Analyzer S3. And I want to say that there is a bucket available. So, I mean, we have it turned off, but we're not necessarily have a bucket policy that allows access. Unless you require a public configuration for a specific and verified use case, AWS recommends that you block all public access to your buckets. Okay. So I'm not sure if that one's going to show up, but let's go make a second bucket. So this is bucket number 1. And I'm going to say super bad. I don't want to keep these around for too long, because I'm going to do something very dangerous, which is to open my bucket into the entire world. So just understand that, I mean, it's not that dangerous, because I'm going to put it only on GET requests, but just understand that you really don't want to do that as much as you can. If we're doing static website hosting, I guess it doesn't really matter, so that's fine. But what I'll do here is go to bucket policy, and we should be able to get one for, oh, there's a generator. Well, if we click on that, that'd be nice. Whoa, we're not using that. That's too old. Maybe if it was like 2018, I'd use that, but that is one old policy. So I'm just looking for any kind of code here that I can work with. I'll grab this one. I don't need all of it. And what we're going to do is just change this a bit. So principal is for everywhere. I'm going to say allow. I'm going to allow for get object. I'm going to allow for this bucket here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one and paste that on in. Apologies that it's so small. I'll just increase that there for you. And we want to say from anywhere. So I'm going to put / asterisk and close this here. I do not care about all this stuff down here, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to make a curly and a square and then another curly. This should have been a square. And so that looks like, to me, a valid statement. We could have built the statement over here on the side like that. So allow all public. I'm going to go down below here and save the changes. And so now everything should be able to access anything like in this bucket. Okay, not that dangerous, because again, it's only get, but if it was put, that'd be really bad. If there was something sensitive in here, that could be really bad. And so the IAM Access Analyzer is supposed to help us out here. So I'm going to go back here and give this a refresh. The question is, are these buckets that I created actually in the region that I think that they are in? Let me just double check here, because we are kind of whipping through this. So I'm just going to zoom out. And this one was, what did we call these? Oh, public bucket. So this one's in CA Central. This one's in CA Central. Good. I'll go back over to here. And I'm going to just click off and click back on. So I guess the question is how often does this thing run? So I'm going to click into here. Run. Frequency. All right. How often does S3 Access Analyzer run? It says it will find changes within 30 minutes. When a bucket policy or a bucket ACL is added, the updates finds based on the change within 30 minutes. Okay. I don't want to wait 30 minutes, so I'm going to try to force it to be sooner. So I'm going to go over to IAM Access. And we have our external one here. I'm going to manage the analyzer. I'm going to delete this analyzer. Because notice it said last scanned 1 minute ago, right? So we'll go ahead and delete this. And we're going to go ahead and create a new Access Analyzer. That is fine. When you enable IAM Access Analyzer, a service link is created for the role, etc., etc. Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and click that again. And so now I'm hoping that it's going to have some findings here. We'll give it a refresh. We'll go back over to here. We'll give this a refresh as well. We'll hit enter. And let's see if it detected it. Because we have one bucket that is that has block public access disabled, and then we have one that actually has an open bucket policy. So notice that it's only detecting one that actually has access, and it's telling you that it's read access here, right? So, you know, this would be a really great way to find open stuff. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So we have some options here. View findings. So click here to view findings. I'm going to assume it takes us back to Access Analyzer. So it's showing us even more information here. Not super useful for narrowing this one down, but just showing the full list. And there's archive. So I guess if we don't want to deal with it, we can just archive it. Maybe mark as active puts it back into the queue here. But I'm going to go ahead and say block all public access. And basically that's just the same as turning that back on, the block public access there. So now it's no longer an issue. Okay. So pretty simple service. I'm going to go back over to IAM and delete out the Access Analyzer. But first I'm just going to go ahead and delete these buckets. So we'll delete this one. Okay. And then we will go ahead and delete the other one, which was here. There we go. Is there any other buckets I need to delete from prior projects? Yep, this one here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Again, you don't have to delete these buckets. I'm just cleaning up whatever buckets I have from prior projects as we've been working through S3. This is one that I think I didn't even use. I ended up failing on this one here. Okay. Oh, come on, let me delete. This bucket's not empty. Okay, that's fine. Permanent delete. Always keep on top of your buckets and keep them deleted here if you don't need them anymore. So we'll go back over to IAM because I want to get rid of that Access Analyzer. I don't think it really costs much, but or if anything at all. But just in case it does, I'm going to go ahead and delete it so I don't have to worry about it. There we go. We'll say delete. And we are done there. I will see you in the next one. Ciao.